It comes in a nice box like you see here with the Atmos logo. Just shows its authenticity. I open the box up. We have our user manual. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to read these, but I think it's important for these products just to get to know the ins and outs and all the specifications on it. It's just good to have the information, so never throw these away. Inside we have the actual vaporizer. As you can see, it comes in 3 parts, and we'll go over those parts in just a few moments. Inside our box, we have our wall charger, we have our USB port, our packing tool, and our cleaning brush. These are just important for everyday maintenance for your vaporizer. You know, if you really want to spend the money on these, it's just good to take care of them. Now, as you notice, the first thing that I like about this is the fact that you can charge your battery with a USB. You know, that means that if you're on your computer, you can plug it into your computer. If you don't have direct access to a wall unit, I mean, these will even plug into some head units in your car. I mean, it's just perfect. And just as you can see, using the wall charger, it plugs right in. The battery then screws to the back of the USB attachment. And it's just really simple. It's not nothing. It's really discreet. You can charge this anywhere, and you know, no one would point out the fact that it's even a vaporizer. I mean, it just basically looks like you're charging a battery, and I just like that. I like that a lot. So I'll go ahead and take this apart, and we'll show you all the components that go with the Atmos RX. Now here we have 3 different items. On the top here, you're going to notice it's the lithium-ion battery. It's pretty much the most important part. It also holds the power button. It's just really simple. I mean, but at the same time, it's not something that you're going to be ashamed of when you're using it, you know, in public or out and about. Now we have our lithium-ion battery. Nice and small. I mean, it's literally smaller than my hand, and my hands are pretty small. Okay. We also have our heating chamber. Now, as you can see, they have holes which brings in air. Now, what's that's going to do is it's going to give you a solid amount of air going in there to produce that vapor. This is basically where you put your herbs, you grind up your herbs, you put it in the heating chamber, and of course you connect it to your battery. And this is basically the centerpiece to your device. Okay. So right now, I mean, just with that, without the mouthpiece, it's still significantly smaller than my hand. Now the mouthpiece looks simple, but it actually has a lot going on. They break the mouthpiece down into 3 parts. Here you have your heating coil. Now this is important because basically what's happening is the heating coil is pressing against the herbs, and it's pressing it onto the heating element. So when you power your device on, the coil is hitting the herbs, which is hitting the heating element, and that's producing all your vapor. Now when I take my mouthpiece apart, you'll notice I have a ceramic screen at the top, and I have a mesh screen at the bottom. Now, the reason why they do this is because when you use a lot of these vaporizers, you end up, after about a hit or two, with a lot of plant matter in your mouth. I call them Scooby snacks. You end up spitting out, you end up getting more than what you want. You know, and basically, this filtration system allows you to get the maximum amount of vapor, completely get everything out of your herbs without having to taste the actual plant matter in your mouth, which is, to me, a very important thing. I don't want to be driving in the car, have to, you know, spit out my window, or it just makes it not as fun of an experience when you have to deal with those problems, and this completely cuts those out, which I like that about this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I'm going to press it 5 times. Now this is a mechanism Atmos uses to make sure that you're not going to accidentally power this on in your pocket or in your purse. You hit it 5 times and that turns the device on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see how it blinks. Now I just wait a second. I go ahead and hit the power button and take my hit. And this is the Atmos Raw, also known as the Atmos RX.